Hello, everybody, and thank you for Jarrett Wars once again. Greetings, inspired by my Lord and Savior, Lord Jarrett Genesis. Anyway, I'd like to talk about a few things that I know may not be able to get into a debate about. Um, People are scared or don't want me around enough to debate me on these things that they keep saying about me that are not true or are not really all the way fact check, if at best, and only if at best to describe it. We're not gonna read comments, but just little bits and pieces of things here. One person says nobody wants me around, and I'm thinking, why? Um, let's read bits and pieces of the comment here. I'm called a freak on YouTube. Um, it says here, no one understands me. I guess because nobody wants to take time to understand. Um, I don't know how in the world no one wouldn't understand me. I mean, I practically talk a lot all the time. Um, so, I'm also told that I don't deserve no one to be nice to me or to help me of any kind. Um, I'm also have claims of people saying that everyone is sick and tired of me, which I don't know why, because ain't nobody really around with there's really nothing I've done to nobody. It's kind of odd. But you know what? I like to debate all these little statements, but I get the feeling that they will never be seen on the internet. Nobody would never just go and say, "Hey," they're never gonna just think deeply and say, "Hey, I could never." I figured out we're a little bit over the top kind of shit, which is exactly what's on my mind. Um, let's see here. The best thing is to get locked up, which is a part of it I agree with because, well, my life is a piece of shit. I've been trying to do something about it for years. And, you know, I used to be annoyed when people on the forums would say that I never do nothing about stuff when I actually did it. So when I kind of got pissed 4400 in 2013, when people start saying this now on the internet in general, it doesn't bother me because it's kind of like, people kind of choose what they want to hear, what they want to see, kind of behavior. For me, I kind of see everything, including this stuff here that really isn't interesting to me. It's sort of not to my liking. But I take snapshots of it and nonetheless document it. Honestly, I guess the con artist, one of this con artist the guy decided that I'm better locked up. I guess that was the best advice he ever gave me because you got to think about this. I had tried behind the scenes, and of course somebody ain't gonna understand it because they never been around it. And you know what? What's the odd part about it? I try to ask that one question: How are you? How am I misunderstood when no one understands you? Well, I can probably figure out this way. One, there are people that don't take the time to study, and two, people have lives where they just this is so complex beyond the regular things and a regular advice talk that there is no one like this in a lifetime, if at best. I'm not even trying to make this complex. I mean, seriously, the harder you try, the worse this seems to get. It's like, you know how some people, when they're very evil, and the harder you stand up to evil, the worse the evil gets sometimes. That's sort of like how this kind of mess is. Um, if I were to be locked up, I'd rather be in a mental ward somewhere. Um, and for those that agree with me, just put thumbs up on here, because this life is a piece of shit. I mean, and the world, I don't understand how the world knows about me when there's no world around me. The only world I have is myself and my dick, basically, and my nabs. Beavis and Butthead. Alright, so, I'm better locked up than to go through this stuff, period. I would be honest and say that I said this much because Jared was so desperate in getting a woman. I said, do you think prostitution should be legalized in a way that people like Jared can pay money in the income source, if at best? And none of these people really wanted to do nothing about it. So the only thing they did was sat there and did all this crap against me, mistreating me and crap. So whenever I want to debate about it, these people they hate me. I don't know why they hate me. I never did nothing. I never caused no tyranny. I never did anything. The only thing I did was sit on my ass and being myself and my being. And if that caused hate, then I guess there must be something wrong with this. And the odd part about it is when people condone the stuff that goes on and they're part of the problem, you wonder why there is a problem in the first place. What a, and I'm not, you know what, this is supposed to be about Jared Genesis. I'm not even supposed to get people about this Gorgeous George crap not supposed to get people regarding Gorgeous George at all. So it's supposed to be about Mr. Agig. It's supposed to be a different thing altogether. But unfortunately, it kind of ends in this scenario where you get idiots like this guy. I've been wanting to debate him for a while. I'm not ready yet. I mean, I haven't had my old channel, Piss 4400, or that's not an old channel, but my main headquarters. But when I do come back, I do want to debate him. I mean, I like to get all these things straightened out. I like to get all his opinions straightened out. I like to question them. I like to see facts. I like to see proof, because I got facts and proof on my side. All this stuff that people are saying about me, I'm very curious about. You see, I read these comments, and it gets me thinking, and I say how and why. And whenever I ask how and why, these people don't seem to have the intelligence to answer. Don't answer right. The only thing they can do is call somebody a name. It's nothing more but a thing with people. If people really mean well on something, they really mean well on something. So let's read the comments, shall we? All this is in reflection to the Jared Genesis project that I'm doing here. And granted, I don't accept comments because right now I'm on my vacation time, and I don't consider myself active until I let comments go and let my regular videos go and shit. This is the lawyer, the fake lawyer that came and he gives me these titles of freak. All this is because of the Facebook thing and the time that they mistreated me, and that he was Carl Jenkins on the Facebook group and all this other stuff. So we're going to read this, and it says, here we go. You are back to claiming how you are misunderstood. No, I'm back to help a guy in Texas because I identified with him 100%. George hired a PI to take a picture of you. No shit, I already explained that many times that I know that. Either get over it or do something about it. Well, I would think for the so-called anger and rage that y'all had, I would have thought somebody would have just not even put a picture of this at all in the first place. You are a leech on the resources of the world. How am I a leech on the resources of the world, and the only world that knows me is the place I live in and the things around me? That's a little bit too much credit on me, if at best. And you don't actually deserve anyone trying to help you or be nice to you. Really. Now, that's pretty big. I mean, someone that says I don't deserve no one to be nice and help me just because I personally have this ability to see things differently that other people don't see. That's amazing. Everyone is sick and tired of you and no one wants you around. Well, here's the thing. The people that don't want me around are the people that are watching this video. Liberal Decay took a video and he put it on here a few hours ago, and he's the only one. And there are other people that be watching videos that came from my channel. So for some people that claim I'm a nuisance, they sure as fuck have the interest of commenting. Because if I know if something is a nuisance, I wouldn't give it a time or day to comment. I wouldn't even give videos up or no materials up at all. Simple as that. It's interesting how people are just, they do what they do. And this Marty McFly guy, I had a feeling he would go on the attack binge on me, because that's the kind of person he is. I had talked this much last year. This guy was a con artist, and I knew it because of the Facebook thing, and that he didn't even want it. Like, I wish he would have told me this back then, because then it would have been a real reason why that these people try to make every excuse in the book to not want me on their Facebook page. Remember that time? And I explained it, and I'm going to think about reviewing it. Let me see here. Where's the comments on this motherfucker, man? Where the hell happened to these comments? Let's see here. People are something else. Let's see here. Is this freak back on YouTube? So I've been have all these titles as freak, all these titles, and obviously you can look up Jarrett Wars. You can type it. It's just now without, it says here. It says here. It says. Oh, I thought I was. Alright, so this is interesting. Now, what this guy tends to do, I want to share this right now. He plays this game, right? He comes and comments once in a while, and then he goes away and doesn't comment. I'm actually surprised he was looking forward to see me. For people that don't like me, I wouldn't even give myself any knowledge. Like this comment, for an example. It's odd, So, there's some people, I will be honest, there's some people I know not to talk to. Then there's some people I'll just, whatever. This guy here, this guy, some of these are kind of like the implications of people making it look like this is an incest relationship. I came across this family whole playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Too much furious pillow talk of penises. What the fuck? You know, this is the kind of stuff that causes confusion. Like, if you claim that this was not about an incest video, why did you even bother posting it? And I think I know why. Liberal Decay is doing this. This strategy is to keep me from going on the internet. It's to get me away. This guy doesn't like me because I represent something that he doesn't understand, and none of these people understand. And I'm not proud to say it, but it is the truth, nonetheless. And that's why they hate me. These people have no reason to hate me, actually. I had so many stories been told about me. It's not even funny. I had someone that said that I ran away from a police officer, which that was not true. There was never anything that ever suggested that even happening ever in my life. One of the odd parts about it is that what the hell is the Gorgeous George people doing on my Jared Genesis project? I thought they belong in this damn Gorgeous George thing. But I think George got still. You see, this guy came from the Gorgeous George people. And, you know, I'm like, you know, this is Piss 4400. Don't you know that I'm my own independent self? And all that other good shit. The only reason why I even do what I do is because I want to. It has nothing to do with pleasing other people, and for the record, it has nothing to do of you know, when people study these videos, they don't take time to study them properly. You get the comment like this idiot here 43 minutes ago, as we read, and this is how people understand it. This is the dumbest kind of comment you could ever find, because anybody that understands one-on-one, they will know that it is a behavior. Some of these things just doesn't, you know, it's kind of weird. I don't even give a fuck. You see, I always tell people I do these videos to educate somebody else. And if I can help myself, good. And if I can help somebody else, that's even better. None of these people really understand. They don't even understand Jared. How the fuck can they understand myself? Which is why I'm involved in this Jared thing. But I'm not in no way with Jacob. But I would agree, I'd rather be locked up than to be sitting here facing up to this life, how much it sucks and all that other crap. I'll be honest, I really wish I'd never dealt with any of this, period, but it's my job as a leader, an activist of whatever the fuck's on my mind, and all those things, to do whatever the fuck I have to do. And the only thing I can say I'm happy so far about the people is that there's no phonies commenting. Well, obviously there's the ratings are not the ratings, but the comments are disabled and stuff like that. But again, these people they're so stupid. All I did was looked at somebody like Jared and knew right away. And let me just point out something real quick, because here's what's interesting. They say that nobody can understand me. I took a snapshot of an eBay buyer who I sold a laptop to, and the eBay buyer, he told me he knew my race and everything just by listening to my messages. I don't know how the fuck I got in a conversation about things such as my life in school and being robbed and all that stuff. But I think it was just something in me that told me to talk to this guy. Because I told him I was selling stuff because I'm raising money to do some things I want to do for a while. And including some things I've been talking about on this channel that I allowed public purposely. So I want to read, before I go, this post that this man sent me. He gave me a feedback, folks, and told me that I was a great person to have a conversation with. And I want to read the feedback, if at best, only if at best to describe it. And it says here, great seller and a joy to conversate to. And that means, and he says thank you, says thanks. Conversation. A joy to conversation. So, too. So, he enjoyed, we talked about all kinds of stuff. This man told me when he was in the 3rd grade, he wanted to get out of school because he knew the system was just as much the same as I dealt with, if at best. And I want to read a part of his email, one of his emails, because there's a lot to say here. And I think his name is, I forgot his name. See, I don't really look at names when I ship stuff in the mail. Where the fuck is that guy? Hold on for a second, folks. I'm gonna get this guy's name here. Where is it? And it says here, Jeremy, I notice your words, where you live, and I guess what your people is. Public schools are trash for any race. I was born in 1956. My mother from California always worked at and from my father right out of Germany and fresh into the United States. Nazi in every word. So I had 3 strikes against me from birth and was treated as such through the school system, as well as regular beatings from my father from a young age and treating me with mental abuse by never being there or to even talk to me at all my life until 2005. Days before his death, he called me in. I went in his room and he said I was not a good example. I was. I said, no, you were not. You think I would lie before my God who created me. I'm skipping over so many bad times. What I do know, since I gave my life to Christ 100%, I found the love I never had and a purpose and a reason for being. Also, the so-called special needs students that they say I was. Since the 3rd grade, I repeated 6 twice and rejected the system. I just wanted out of that stupid system and wanted just a diploma. So maybe I got a 1-point grade average. Mark Taiwan said it correct. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. In your heart, be thankful for all things that have happened, because that is going to be the character that God molds you for His glory. Our glory is our suffering. And that is the eBay seller from eBay. And I need to find out his name. I don't think he gave me his name, but let me see. No, he didn't give me his name, and I don't feel like looking it up, because you can actually still look up the address labels. I don't feel like looking that up. I don't generally look at names when I ship stuff to people, but that was the eBay seller. And, I talked about the same stuff I talked about on this channel, or my main headquarters, PIS 4400 actually. And it's funny because I seem to have better conversation with people outside the internet than I do with the people on this YouTube. I mean, it's just one group that surrounds the Gorgeous George platform, and that's it. And the reason they don't like people like me is because they can't stand the fact that I'm around. It's not that it's not that they can't have a choice but to watch me. It's that the fact that I'm around. That is the issue. And they can't stand it. And I'm sorry, but you have a choice to go out of this channel and not watch me at all. And that doesn't bother me whether if you like me or don't like me. I'm trying to be as courteous as I can, because you get these people that have these misconceptions about me, and they're very terrible. I mean, it's so terrible it's not even funny. Um, so it's absolutely insane. But you know what? Thinking about what Marty McFly said, I'd probably be better locked up in a mental ward. Maybe me and Jarrett can rub dongs together and have Gorgeous George as our dads, if at best. Mental ward. And only if at best to describe it. Whatever the fuck is on my mind, I put out the same way as the blood your bitch gets. Or you, or your ma, or somebody. Motherfucker, period. This is bitch for the letter. Think. I see y'all. Goddamn. Motherfucker. Look at it. Y'all know, cut on my shot, cut on my